Hello there, my Scorpio collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Scorpios. What is up with you? Mindful of the Six of Swords in it. Whatever the Six of Swords represents to you, pay attention to that. King of Pentacles, the High Priestess, there's the Judgment vibes. And Scorpio, there you are. Trust your instincts and trust your intuition. The Six of Swords, avoid boat energy. Metaphorically, literally, I don't know, whatever the fuck you got going on. Especially if you're not making like really smart choices now. If you're partying a lot, pay attention to that. Someone wants to get you or keep you like stuck or stagnant. So, I don't know. Take what's yours, leave what's not. No unnecessary risk. Wait, if you're dating somebody new before you decide to go off and travel or something, take a moment. Make sure you're... Ooh. Yeah, you need to be embodying the Virgo energy. Because when I was looking for your card, you were between Virgo and the Nine of Swords. So... that's those of you that's you're taking and making some unnecessary risks that you shouldn't, especially if you're dating or you're dating someone new. I think the King of Pentacles has showed up for you before in your readings. Don't get too comfortable, especially if you don't really know somebody. And those of you that's dating, do you really know who you're dating? Take what's yours and leave what's not. You should be trusting your instincts and your intuition on this. But those of you, if you're partying a lot or you're just making a lot of not so smart decisions right now, pay attention to that. Two of Cups. There's the Hangman vibe. There's the Wheel of Fortune. There's the King of Swords. A King of Swords with the Queen of Wands, with the Page of Swords to the Six of Wands. You got a weird duality going on with you. There's the Sun and there's the Page of Pentacle energy. That's given like a Mercury vibe. So pay attention to where Mercury is at in your astrology. Because the King of Pentacles, that King of Swords, and the Queen of Wands with you. Be mindful of being lulled into some sort of like false sense of security. So that way you're not like making smart choices. Because you're carrying this Three of Swords energy, or someone around you is kind of stuck in that Three of Swords vibe. So those of you newly single, those of you, if you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, this is like give them space. Scorpio, when it comes to you, take what's yours and leave what's not. Those of you, if you're dating somebody new and they're wanting you to try like a bunch of new things, some of you, before you go traveling with somebody or before you do something that you wouldn't normally do or you would be skeptical of doing, even with people that you know, kind of keep that in mind. Especially if it's something that you already have a natural kind of apprehension to anyway. You know what I mean? Some of you, be mindful if you're traveling with someone or someone wants you to like travel or do something and you really don't know them well enough to be kind of doing that. The Cups energy keeps showing up for you. Some of you, if you're in some sort of group dynamic because you are doing your shadow work, keep doing your shadow work. Those of you that especially have been really good at making really smart choices. Because the energy with you is you not making smart choices. And you being around people that kind of don't care if you're making smart choices. And some of them kind of want you to not make smart choices. Oh, Scorpios, Scorpios, Scorpios. Take what's yours, leave what's not, because this is not going to be everybody's vibe. But you know you. You know you, and trust your instincts and trust your intuition, and you like have some already kind of rational sort of reasons for certain kind of things. So You know, don't be kind of challenging yourself or trying to overcome something with people that really you don't know well enough to even be doing that. So no unnecessary risks with you. Some of you, if you're dating somebody new, you don't know them well enough to be, for some of you, going on these excursions or traveling or doing whatever. And there is a weird group dynamic to this as well. That King of Swords and that Queen of Wands. Because this is the energy that's around those kind of options or opportunities. I look at that with the Five of Cups. Take what's yours, leave what's not. This isn't a very positive energy, but it should be, because you're doing really good here. This Page of Pentacles, the Sun vibes there at the Six of Wands. So if you've been making a lot of really smart choices, you've been, those of you, especially if you've been doing your shadow work, so whatever that Page of Pentacles represents for you, it's a new goal, it's a new achievement for you. It seems rather small and maybe insignificant to everybody else, but it means everything to you. Don't muck up that energy because you're hanging around with the wrong people. Those of you, if you're cross-watching for a Scorpio and you know that this is kind of what they struggle with, send them peace, love, and light, but this is something they got to figure out on their own. No unnecessary risks, and, you know, don't be running off and doing a bunch of new things with people that you're not really, you don't know them well enough. Especially if it's something that you already have a natural kind of apprehension to. Your energy is kind of drink in hand, ass in sand, because you need to avoid the Six of Swords. Because whatever the Six of Swords represents for you, that Virgo energy there with the Nine of Swords. Again with the Three of Cups there with the Six of Cups. So, Scorpio, if you're hanging out with people that you know are a bad influence, or someone's wanting to kind of influence you, because you're doing really good here. So, take what's yours and leave what's not, Scorpio. Make sure that you continue to make smart choices. Because there's an achievement and a goal when it comes to you. Because you've been making really smart choices. But you got the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and that King of Pentacle energy. Someone really isn't your friend, or you shouldn't be as trusting as what some of you are. There's an accomplishment and goal energy here, but you need to make sure you're making really smart choices. Those of you that's partying too much. I do get the party vibes with you, but I don't know if you're partying Scorpio, or those of you if you're cross-watching for the partying Scorpio. Don't muck up your achievement here because you're just hanging around with people that aren't the best kind of influence for you. Especially when it comes to something that you naturally, that's not something that you do. The Tower vibes, the Six of Swords, the Lovers vibe there with the World vibe. You've been doing your shadow work. Gemini energy is basically the opposite of the Capricorn. So it brings about like positive vibes for you. I don't know. Avoid whatever the hell that Six of Swords means for you. Because you do. You got the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Wands energy there. Especially if you're coming up on some sort of achievement there at that Page of Pentacles. Those of you in a group dynamic, you know better. Those of you, if you know you shouldn't be dating in that group dynamic, some of you, this could be a work vibe as well with you. I don't know. Some of you are like blindly trusting the wrong sort of individuals when it comes to like options or opportunities. Keep prioritizing yourself here. Especially if you're doing really good with that Page of Pentacles there with the Sun vibes. The King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Pentacles are not really going to be the best sort of influences for you. Don't let your emotions overwhelm you. Those of you with the Cups vibe, you know you. So if you're partying too much, or those of you, if you're dating and you're just maybe not making the smartest choices with who you date. And some of you that be mindful if you're traveling or doing something new or weird, or I don't know, whatever Six of Swords represents for you. I feel like you already have a kind of natural fear, so this isn't something you would normally consider doing anyway. So be mindful of the peer pressure energy when it comes to this with you. Those of you that's dating somebody new and you really don't know them well enough to be planning some sort of vacation or trip or something along that line. Ooh. Scorpio. Empress energy, the King of Wands, there to the Libra vibe. There to the Ten of Swords. Prioritize your... look, you got the King of Wands. You got King of Swords, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. King of Pentacles. There's the Libra, there's the Ten of Swords. Something's working out really well for you, but not so well for somebody else. That Empress and that Queen of Wands. I don't know if you're this Aries energy, or some of you prioritize yourself. With the Seven of Cups there at the Four of Swords. Because that King of Wands, I don't know, the King of Wands, the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Some of you, that's a couple. And the King of Pentacles. So, no unnecessary risks. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition. Some of you, you don't know a person well enough to be doing some of the stuff some of you are doing. Some of you, if it comes to like traveling vibes or anything like that, make sure that you're making smart, healthy choices. And maybe stick to light seltzer water. Some of you, you know you need to stick to light seltzer water. So take what's yours and leave what's not. Because the partying energy with you isn't really going to be the smart choice right now. Especially those of you that's doing your shadow work. The Five of Cups to the Three of Cups. Those of you, if you're in a group dynamic and you're not supposed to date within that group dynamic. Group dynamic or a work dynamic with you. Because this almost feels like it's connected some way or another when it comes to you. Scorpios. Because you're pulling that red cloak vibe. So it's like a group dynamic, but a very kind of specific group dynamic with you. Don't be overwhelmed, because I feel like you're making some really smart choices. So just keep making those smart choices. And if you have a natural apprehension towards certain things, keep that in mind. Because whatever Six of Swords represents to you, now's not the time for that. Those of you traveling, if you're traveling and you don't know somebody well enough, or if you're traveling, don't be a tourist. Streetwise and smart here, Scorpio. Do watch your favorite astrologer as well, because I feel like the astrology with you is very interesting. The fact that the Virgo energy there is the Nine of Swords means you need to make sure that you're trusting your instincts and trusting your intuition. And who are you trusting and why are you trusting? Especially if it's way too early in that relationship or partnership. That's for those of you that's really making some maybe not so smart choices. And if you're partying a lot. Ooh. Yeah, you see the way that come out? Journey, don't stop believing there with that Six of Swords. Look. Especially those of you that kind of avoid that Six of Swords energy anyway. You got the world vibes there as well. With the Lovers energy, those of you, if you're dating online. Ain't no mountain high enough. Keep it higher vibrational, Scorpios. You're fine. Ooh. That's Sagittarius energy. Anything else for Scorpio? This isn't a dramatic energy. It shouldn't be a dramatic energy if you're making smart choices. Some of you, you know you're not supposed to be dating in that group dynamic anyway. So you're only kind of... some of you don't... All this progress that you've made, this goal and achievement you're getting ready to come up upon, why would you piss it away over a relationship or partnership that already shouldn't be going on anyway? And those of you, if you're partying too much, you're partying too much. 6, gratitude. You're coming up on a celebration, an achievement and a goal, a goal with you. Work vibes with you, the work energy with you. If you're partying too much in the workplace, or who are you partying with in the workplace? The King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Some of you, they're not going to be the ones that you should be trusting or letting kind of guide your decision making right now. No unnecessary risks, and if that's not something you would normally do, why are you doing it now? Especially with people that you really don't know well enough. So make sure that you're making some really smart choices. I feel like those of you that's dating and you're just having a little too much fun, and some of your decision making is really because you're partying. There's a party vibe on this. If you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, this would be their shadow self is starting to overwhelm them. And they're not making like the smartest of choices. Those of you that's made healthy choices, stay in that vibe. Because this energy right here, you already know it's not a smart idea. So, street smart and wise vibes with you, Scorpio. Feels like there's something weird with the astrology with you. With the Virgo there, with the 9 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, with the 5 of Cups energy there. If this is something you wouldn't normally do with people that you know and trust, why would you do it with someone that you barely know? Or some of you, the group dynamic on this. Whatever this vibe is, something isn't working out for somebody. That 10 of Swords there with that Libra vibe, the King of Wands to the Empress energy. There's a traveling vibe to this. It's all about the options and the opportunities with you. You notice there. What's your favorite boat song? And the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. This one is more, Michael, row your boat ashore. Hallelujah. This is giving more celebration energy. Coming back to that Gemini vibes. But the Gemini vibes there with the world vibes and the sun vibes there at that Page of Pentacles. This is like accomplishment and goal energy that's focused on you. So make sure you keep making some really smart choices. Especially if you haven't in the past. Because whatever this energy is, you're mindful of. Those of you that know you're not supposed to date in the group dynamic anyway. Or those of you, if you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, the Scorpio could be a bad influence when it comes to you. So keep that in mind. Especially if the Scorpio isn't doing their shadow self. It's a lot of dating, it's a lot of party vibes, and it's a lot of really not so smart decision making here. Take what's yours, leave what's not. This is kind of the vibe on this. The 2 of Cups, the Hangman, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are working out for you, especially those of you coming up on that kind of celebration energy. You're achieving a dream or goal. Some of you, it's promotion energy. Some of you, it's whatever that Page of Pentacles represents for you. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Anything else for you, Scorpios? Anything else for Scorpios? What's your favorite astrologer? Pay attention to Virgo in your astrology. Because the Virgo there and that 9 of Swords, I feel like that's just like trusting your instincts and trusting your intuition. And who is sort of guiding your decision making as well? These are relationships or partnerships that you're in. This isn't like secondary vibes. These are people that you're partying with. These are people that you have meetings with. These are people that you have a group dynamic with. This is the interpersonal relationships or partnerships. Those of you that's online dating, this is the date you're going on. Those of you that are online dating, right? I mean, be street smart and wise. Those of you that's traveling for dates as well. Maybe that's not the smartest choice for you right now. All right, the Seven of Cups, options and opportunities, but make sure that you're making smart choices. Ooh, see with that Five of Cups energy there, with the Chariot vibe, there with the Capricorn energy. Ooh. I mean, if you know it's not a smart idea, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Or if this is something you would be apprehensive of doing with people that you know, why would you consider doing it with, like, people that you don't know? So, pay attention to the group dynamic you have going on. So, no unnecessary risk. Trust your instincts and trust your intuition. And some of you, however you view the Six of Swords, now's not the time. Now's not the time. This is more for the partying vibe and those of you making some really not so smart choices, especially with the dating and the partying and all that. If you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, this could be the sort of energy that they're in. So if they're not focusing on their shadow work, then some of you, they're with a kind of group dynamic that isn't the best. It's a lot of not so smart choices because they're not making like the smart decisions. Others of you, those of you that's accomplishing a dream or goal, so you're coming up on an anniversary. It's not like maybe for some of you it's the birthday vibe. You're achieving a dream or goal. This could be a promotion energy as well. Those of you in the workplace, maybe don't party with those you work with, because can you really trust them? Because the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Wands with the King of Wands, some of you, that's a group dynamic you shouldn't be trusting. Appropriate. You pulled the double Capricorn vibe. Oh, Sagittarius energy, Temperance Angel. Focus more on you, avoiding the temptation. Avoiding the temptation. This isn't something that you're just going to start like making a bunch of crappy choices. So some of you, this could be the energy that you're coming from. You were partying a lot. You were dating a bunch of people. Those of you taking or making very unnecessary risk. I mean, if this is something you wouldn't do with people that you know and you trusted, and you're like out here being all frivolous with people that you don't know, this is like the positivity on that when it comes to you. I feel like you're coming up on like a celebration, an accomplishment, a goal, a promotion energy with you, or receiving some kind of acknowledgement because you have done your shadow work here. So keep that in mind. Those of you, if you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, they could be stuck in this kind of not so smart decision making. Keep prioritizing yourself. Knight of Wands to the Nine of Cups, there to the Ten of Pentacles. Those of you dating in the workplace, or those of you, if you just started like partying with certain people in the workplace, is that really the smartest choice for you? Because they're at that Ten of Pentacles. I don't know, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Queen and King of Wands, I wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't trust them right now. Especially if they have anything to do with like the work vibes with you, or those of you when it comes to like success energy. Someone's trying to block this sort of abundance or this accomplishment with you. And there's a group dynamic to it. But I feel like this is people that you're partying with. This is people that you know. Some of you, you're trusting them and you really shouldn't. Good luck, God bless, take what's yours. Leave us not here, Scorpio. Keep making smart choices. Keep making smart choices. Some of you know better anyway. So the only person you're kind of missing out or going to, it's not going to work out for is you when it comes to this, especially with that group dynamic. Good luck, God bless. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Watch the astrology on this for you, because some of you, you could be kind of feeling this sort of energy. Avoid the temptation vibe with Temperance Angel. Sagittarius shows up. Avoid the temptation vibes. Especially those of you that's been really making some really smart choices. But no unnecessary risk. I mean, if you wouldn't do this stuff with people that you know and trust, why are you doing it with people that you don't? Or the frame of mind that you're in, because especially if you're partying a lot, or those of you doing a lot of dating, but there's more of a party vibe to it. I would say, who are you trusting and why? Because some of you, the King, Queen of Wands, the King of Swords, and the King of Pentacles aren't very trustworthy. Work, love, life vibes on that. So it's a couple, the King and Queen of Wands, and then the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. That's the group dynamic on that. And who's guiding your decision making? Because there's like this abundance energy. There's like this goal accomplishment for you. So don't muck up the vibes. Peace, love, and light, Scorpio.